Nur ist die Nachbarn befragen. Okay, sollen wir, oh, ich denke mal, wir sollen bestimmt erst noch die Wohnung durchsuchen, ne? Erstmal den suchen.
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Tch. Nämlich die Finbar.
Not sure this means much.
Irgendwas Nützliches außer Just Picked Obstmarkt, okay.
Just Picked Fruit Market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Gute Frage, Phelps. Ich würde mal sagen, einfach nein. Sind auf jeden Fall keine normalen Früchte.
This will take some explaining.
Blutiges Hemd, das soll er wirklich mal erklären.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi.
Sind wir aber jetzt schon fertig, oder was? Finbar. Ist hier Rauch drin? Oder sieht das besser aus von den Effekten? Haben wir schon die Aufgabe abgeschlossen? Ja, haben wir schon gut. Ach, guck mal, da bin ich im Spiegel. Oder sag ich mal, der Phelps.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Okay. Rückbrauner.
No good. Nobody here.
Ah, ich habe das Gefühl, dass wir nach unten gehen müssen irgendwie.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Okay, das war cool.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
So. Eldorados Baruntersuchung. Okay, jetzt müssen wir mal in die Bar gehen. Dann machen wir doch erstmal das mit der Bar jetzt. Die Nachbarn haben wir befragt. Bin schneller, Phelps. Come on. Du warst in der Armee. Dass das Auto immer so weit weg steht. Ja, ganz schicke Gegend hier für Los Angeles, glaube ich.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Eldorados Bar, komm. Wenn du dann auch mal eingestiegen bist.
Car 11 for generations.
Car 11 King, Car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
Quality flour moms love.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
Flour arrives every week.
11K, en route.
Okay. Dann gehen wir danach sofort ins Revier erstmal. Great Falls in a great
Captain is waiting for you downstairs with anchor.
Wo? Unten? Okay.
I really bust in there and find the goddamn thing. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Oh Gott.
I want to meet Joe's
Gehen wir
buddy.
hier?
He's nice.
Technical Service downstairs, okay.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted? Goddamn ruins are having a season from hell.
Sind auch alle irgendwie ziemlich
I
frech,
used to be
ne?
indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Habe ich mir alles überlegt, wäre kein guter Deal.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Okay, keep moving, lover boy. I don't mind that you're talking, so long as you don't
So,
mind that
was
I'm
haben wir
not
hier schönes?
listening.
Kraft dieses Fluchs, Räufe, Übeltaten. Auch ein gutes Seid schon verdammtes Zumal. Oh mein Gott. Gedicht auch noch. Da beides ewig wie der Welten auf. Oh mein Gott, das ist so doof. Wie du und die Einsamkeit voll Qual. Und scheinst du auch das Bild der Reinen, und scheinst du auch das Erhaben oben macht zur Frist die Stunde kommt, da du musst scheinen, was innerlich von je du bist, Verbrechen häuften, die nicht Früchte tragen. Und ewiger Spott soll dich durch Raum und Zeit einst jagen.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
Ja, cool, ne, Phelps?
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Komm, erstmal mache ich doch hier. Ich muss auch immer noch zum Obstmarkt, oder nicht? Genau. Ich gehe jetzt erstmal zum Obstmarkt da. Das ist mir zu doof hier mit euch. Ihr bringt alles hier bei mir durcheinander. Das gefällt mir gar nicht. Ich mache jetzt erstmal das, was ich mache.
What are we waiting for?
Goddamn ruins are having a season from hell.
I recognize that guy from the papers.
Und sollen wir den jetzt gleich schon mal fragen? Na super, er geht sofort rein. Na gut, dann machen wir es doch schon.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe. She didn't stay long.
Ach komm, Junge, wir haben doch da die eine Frau gehört.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
So, komm, ja, mach das hier.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her, and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
Okay.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Ach komm, Junge, Alter, der lügt doch wie gedruckt, Alter. Weißt du, wir haben Briefe
I don't believe
gefunden.
you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you, I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Dann mach hier den Brief, Mann.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
41, okay, good.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Sag jetzt mal die Wahrheit. Er scheint ja doch ziemlich geschockt zu sein. Was geben wir? Sagen wir es die Wahrheit? Komm, wir glauben ihr mal.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Ooh.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Was? Ja, bestimmt.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Hippolyta, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn thing.
Jetzt müssen wir mal auf jeden Fall hier weitergehen.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Wir gehen jetzt mal zu dem Eldorado, zur Eldorado Bar da. Du machst das schon, ich vertraue dir da auf jeden Fall.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. A sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Da hat nicht ganz unrecht, weil er suchte irgendwie mal die Frauen raus, die Probleme in der Ehe haben. Und das macht natürlich automatisch die Ehe